All right, welcome back to the channel. Finally got some bike racing footage to show you guys. So this is Tour de Hernando Cat 3-4. Yesterday was the road race. As you kind of saw in the intro there, I think I just got too hot. I was feeling good all race, and I went for a big attack on the second last lap on the big climb, and just exploded and dropped myself. So that was pretty cringe and embarrassing. DNF'd. So out here at the crit the following day, it's still hot out, but there's some wind, um, kind of blowing in your face on this uphill drag. So yeah, there's a headwind section. I'm covered in ice. There's wind. We're feeling better. So I'm going to follow this attack. This is the Lambra, the Louisiana Mississippi State Championships. There's two people from Louisiana, Mississippi in the race, myself and this rider I just followed from Ridgeland, Mississippi. So I'm going to mark his attack because I've never raced with him before. He might be a monster who's going on the first lap. I have no idea. So there are two big teams in this race. There's Marks Bensdorf and 901 Racing. So that's the other reason I'm down to send an early move. I'm looking for a breakaway today and just to generally put the hurt on those guys and start to wear them out because they have numbers. Yeah, so I jump on with this Ridgeline rider, just kind of scope it out. We do get a gap pretty easily, and we're just going to roll this for a few laps. He doesn't seem super committed, or maybe he's just not that strong. He's not pulling really hard here, so I don't commit a ton, but I just keep rolling through, and we stay off the front for probably 2-3 laps. And yeah, just waiting it out until it all comes back together. So here we are back together. There is a Marks Bensdorf rider who is gonna kind of just slide off the front here. You can see him in the distance. No one follows. No one from 901 marks the attack. They just kind of let him go, and the gap immediately gets pretty big. He's got like, one full straightaway almost instantly, which is kind of weird. Not sure why 901 didn't feel the need to go. They got 2, 3, 4 riders. I think 3 or 4. So anyway, this is great news for myself and all the other unattached riders in the field because we got Mark Spensdorf off the front, and then it's entirely up to 901 Racing to pull this back, I figure. So I'm just going to sit in, chill out, save some energy, and see what they're going to do about this. So maybe half a lap later, the big move from 901 is to kind of attack from towards the front, and I guess they think they're going to get a gap and try to go across to this move that's up the road. But I mean, obviously it's still early, and the entire field is sitting there watching them. So we all just kind of catch a free ride up towards the Marks Bensdorf rider off the front. This 901 guy on the front is attacking. Takes the right-hander here into the uphill headwind section, and he's gonna kind of just run out of gas. Mark Spensdorf is still pretty far off in the front, so it all bunches up, and I'm gonna see an opening here on the right when it all kind of accordions together, and I just carry some momentum past this guy who can pedal really fast standing up. And I'm going to send an attack. The benefit of dropping yourself in the road race the day before is that no one thinks that you can hold a long attack to the line, which is fair enough. I wasn't sure I could either, but I was determined to redeem myself today. So, it's still, we're 10 minutes into the race here out of 45, so it is a long way to go, but I'm just going to commit to the bridge since no one's following me and try to get up to this Marks Bensdorf rider. So yeah, I just put my head down, punch it up the hill, try to hold my speed on the start-finish straight, and 2 laps later, the Marks Bensdorf rider is in my sights. So I finished closing the gap to this guy Steven, and I'm just gonna roll through and let him know that I'm fully invested. I'm ready to roll for the full race. So adopt the illegal puppy paws position here and just start smashing away at it. I'm hitting it pretty hard on the uphill headwind section. I think that's where our gap is pretty steady at first, but then it starts going out when the peloton's a little. They're not committed to the chase. No one wants to pull that full uphill headwind section and commit to it and tow the rest of the field along with them. Whereas I'm just 100% giving it everything I have to try to grow the gap on that section, and then just settling into whatever pace I can hold to recover a little bit on this downhill. I'm getting a little bit of a pull from Steven every now and then on the downhill, um, but he's not doing a whole lot for me. He's probably pulled through like 5 times in 8 laps, so he takes this soft pull for about half of the start finish straightaway, and I think I just get kind of mad at this point. So I put in an attack and try to just dispatch him here because he's not doing anything for me. So I punch it into there's a little bit of a cross headwind here from the right, so I kind of try and gutter him along the cones and smash as hard as I can up the hill. But I'm getting pretty hot and tired at this point in the race, and I'm worried that if I go over my limit here, I might just kind of punch my ticket and not be able to hold it to the line. So I get a decent gap on him, but I should have really, it was a blunder. I should have waited until later in the hill to attack. So I can't hold my momentum the whole way up here. And I mean, I start doing like 200 watts to recover a little bit once we get off the hill. So that was a fail. And that ensures that he does not take another pull for the entire rest of the race, unfortunately. So my lap counter is a little bit off here. We actually have 2 to go from this point, and this is where Steven decides he's gonna go for the win. I don't think he's a sprinter, is the vibe I'm getting. He didn't seem very punchy during this race, but I mean he's just on his limit. So yeah, he sends one here into the uphill, gets a little gap on me, but I'm able to close it down. And then once I get into this headwind section, it's pretty easy to sit in the wheel. So this is nice. I get a little bit of recovery with going into the critical part of the race, and I can kind of tell that he's pretty cooked. So this makes me pretty confident for the finish. I don't think I'm gonna have to play it too strategically. I'm just gonna try to keep the pace up because our gap is coming down. We've been getting time gaps from the announcer. It was like 32 seconds at one point I thought I heard, and then I heard 22. So I wasn't sure if that was the gap coming down a lot, and then it was down to about 15 with 1 or 2 to go. There were 2 chasers, actually, another strong rider from Arkansas. Um, but I heard from the coaches on the sideline that there was a Mark Bensdorf rider sitting on his wheel, so it wasn't 2 riders bridging, it was just 1 rider pulling up to us. So that was helpful, meant that I wasn't going to get clawed back too easily. So final lap, I'm just going to stay on the gas up this final climb. Try and put the hurt on my brake partner here. Make sure that he's not feeling fresh for the sprint. Stick it in the gutter here in the crosswind, and just keep an eye for any late race attacks. I'm just tapping out a little easy tempo. I figure we've sealed the deal at this point. It's going to be one of us. So yeah, just watching over my left shoulder, making sure he doesn't try anything. After that late 2 lap to go attack, I figure he's going to wait for the final sprint anyway. So yeah, I just set up inside to, make sure I don't get jumped on the inside and can watch over my shoulder. And I'm so cooked at this point, I almost forgot to sprint, but yeah, start smashing. Hit 36 in this tailwind section, and the draft is not good there, so he's not coming around. Took down the W. Yeah, went from dropped to first. Crazy weekend. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And next up is Tour de Louisiana next weekend, so stay tuned for some more racing footage.